Hey everyone, today on People Now, Justin Timberlake makes a public apology to his wife Jessica Biel after being spotted holding hands with his co-star in New Orleans.
Emma Stone is engaged. We have details.
Demi Lovato hints at new music on Instagram, and the Lovatics are ready for it.
So the secret of escaping an escape room is do it with Will Smith, because he's really good at it.
Will Smith and Tom Holland are talking career advice, escape rooms, and their new movie, Spies in Disguise.
The Simmons siblings from Growing Up Hip Hop are giving us all the inside details about what is going on with Romeo this season.
And Danica McKellar is taking us to Christmas at Dollywood.
She's here live. It's all today on People Now. All right, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to People Now. 1 week ago today was Thanksgiving. Can you believe it's been a week?
It's been a week.
In some ways, to me, though, it feels like 1,000 years ago. I don't know.
It does feel like a really long time ago.
It
does also feel like Christmas is about to be here, and it is in a couple weeks.
It's true. Winter is coming, people. It is time to bundle up, to get warm and cozy.
Yeah, we've already had snow here in New York, just a little bit.
But it's enough to kind of make you feel like we're fully in it.
Yeah, it did snow. So we want to know, which winter accessory could you never live without? Is it a cute scarf, hats, gloves, or fuzzy socks? Vote in our People poll. Let us know your thoughts using the hashtag #PeopleNow. What's yours, Jeremy?
You probably think I'm going to say scarf or something. These days, I'm all about a good pair of socks.
I knew you were going to say something.
Why? Why do you think it's that?
I don't know.
Fuzzy socks? It's true.
I have the feeling.
I've got some particular one particular pair. I will wear it over and over again, only at home, because they're so cozy. I'm not joking.
Fuzzy?
They're not fuzzy, but they're cozy.
We're
they're
talking
cozy.
fuzzy socks.
Okay, got it.
Mine's scarf. I'm a scarf girl. I love scarves. Yeah.
Like wrap it all the way around real thick.
I have delicate ones. I have
okay.
thick ones. Yeah, a variety of scarves.
Variety of
scarves. Also, for my family, it's like the #1 gift. So every year, I feel like I get a few scarves.
Really another scarf.
It's the go-to.
Yeah, I got to give scarves away because the holidays are coming. More on the way. All right, we're going to check in a little later, see what you love now that you've heard about our odd loves for the winter. Here's what you need to know and what's trending for today. We begin with this. Justin Timberlake, he's apologizing to wife Jessica Biel after his, quote, strong lapse in judgment. This comes after Justin was spotted holding hands and sitting closely with actress Alicia Wainwright on the balcony of a bar in New Orleans, where they are currently shooting the movie Palmer. Now, addressing rumors that, in his words, are, quote, hurting the people I love, he posted a message on Instagram Wednesday night. That message read in part, "Let me be clear, nothing happened between me and my co-star. I drank way too much that night and I regret my behavior. I should have known better." In the post, he goes on to add, "This is not the example I want to set for my son." That, of course, is 4-year-old son, Silas, who Justin shares with his wife of 7 years, Jessica Biel. He went on to apologize to Jessica and his family for, quote, putting them through such an embarrassing situation, and he promised that he's focused on being the best husband and father. Justin finished the post by saying that he was incredibly proud to be working on Palmer and was excited for people to see it. In photos and video posted by the Sun, Alicia can also be seen resting her hand on Justin's knee. A source previously told People their interaction was, quote, completely innocent. The source added the video may look away, but literally it was nothing. It was some friends, members of the team, crew, and people like that. They all know each other and were hanging. Like, come on, they're on an open balcony in New Orleans. That's what the source said. All right, let's move on to this. NBC has announced that they will be launching an investigation into America's Got Talent after a lengthy 5-hour discussion with ousted judge Gabrielle Union. An NBC spokesperson said in a statement to People on Wednesday, quote, "The initial conversation was candid and productive," adding, "While there will be a further investigation to get a deeper understanding of the facts, we're working with Gabrielle to come to a positive resolution." Union seemingly confirmed that statement on Twitter Wednesday, writing in part, "I was able to again express my unfiltered truth. I led with transparency and my desire and hope for real change." The meeting came amid growing public outrage that Union and her fellow judge Julianne Hough's exits from the show were reportedly the result of a toxic workplace culture. News broke last month that Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough, who joined the show in February, would not be returning for season 15. Soon after, a report by Variety claimed that while working on the show, Union expressed concerns over racially insensitive situations. Variety also alleged that Union and Hough were both subjected to excessive notes on their appearance. In a statement to the publication at the time, Hough denied that she had a negative experience on the show. She told People Now this week that she believes everybody has a voice and should be heard, and she added, "I believe that the paradigm of the workplace and how you do business and work with people now, it's shifting, and I think that the people that really want to see change happen are going to authentically and positively do that." On December 1st, Simon Cowell's company Psycho Entertainment, which produces the show, released a statement saying they remain committed to ensuring a respectful workplace for all employees and are working with Union to hear more about her concerns. union has not yet issued an official statement directly addressing those allegations. We'll keep you posted if she does so. All right, Emma Stone, she is engaged. The actress's longtime boyfriend, Dave McKellar, revealed the happy news on Instagram Wednesday, sharing a photo of the couple smiling excitedly as Stone showed off her new ring. He captioned the post with a cute heart emoji. They, of course, look very happy together. The two first met on SNL, where Dave is a segment director and a writer. In 2017, a source confirmed to People that they were dating. The duo are notoriously private about their relationship, though they have been spotted out and about together every now and then. Before dating McKellar, Stone was in a relationship with Andrew Garfield. They split in 2015 after almost 4 years of dating. Emma and Andrew have remained supportive exes and friends since that breakup. A source previously told People at the time of their split there was no drama, saying that they've been apart while working and that they still care about each other at the time, adding that they still have love for one another and they are on good terms with each other and they remain close. Of course, we aren't the only ones excited about Stone's engagement to Dave. The comment section of the announcement was flooded with messages of support, including this one from tennis legend Billie Jean King. It read in part, "Congratulations to two of the most wonderful, loving, and creative people we know." And in case you don't remember, Stone portrayed King in the film Battle of the Sexes. Congratulations to the happy couple. All right, now on to this. Sam Hunt. He's returned to the stage for the first time since being arrested on charges of driving under the influence and possessing an open container that was in Tennessee in November. On Wednesday, almost 2 weeks after his arrest, Sam performed at New York's Country 94.7 Stars and Strings event that was at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. A source told Entertainment Tonight that the performance was high energy and enthusiastic and that the singer seemed excited to be back on stage performing. ET reports that his recent arrest was not mentioned during that show. Sam previously apologized 1 day after his arrest in a statement posted to his Twitter account, admitting that it was a poor and selfish decision. He said, "I apologize to everyone who was unknowingly put at risk and let down by it. It won't happen again." According to a warrant obtained by People, Sam Hunt was taken into custody on November 21st after police responded to a call of a vehicle driving the wrong way down the northbound lanes of Ellington Parkway near Ben Allen Road in Nashville. Officers said that the singer was struggling to give them his Tennessee license, which was sitting on his lap, and instead, he tried to give them his credit card and passport. Sam, who was the only person in the vehicle, also admitted to drinking recently, according to police. He allegedly agreed to a field sobriety test in which he showed numerous signs of impairment, which police reveal was recorded on the officer's dash cam. The arrest warrant claimed that Hunt's blood alcohol content level was 0.173 at the time that he was operating the vehicle. The Tennessee legal limit is 0.08. According to Nashville court records, Sam was released on a $2,500 bond and is due to appear before a judge on January 17th. All right, Andrea, you've got more for us in Star Treks.
Yes, I do. We are kicking off Star Treks today with a little speculation and a lot of excitement. Now, we could be hearing new music from Demi Lovato very soon. The singer posted to Instagram on Wednesday a cryptic black shot with the caption reading, "The next time you hear from me, I'll be singing." She then posted a story which simply said, "Don't believe the rumors," with an upside down smiley emoji. What does it all mean?
Confused.
I don't know.
Worried.
Now, Demi didn't explain any further than that. Her fans were getting very excited, though, reacted positively in the comment section. Let's take a look at some of them right now. So some reactions included Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, who commented, "Yes." So she's pumped. Another follower wrote, "We're ready." The fans want some music here, Demi. Although no release date has officially been announced for a new song or album, this project will be the first solo offering from Demi since she left rehab in November of 2018. Her last single, Sober, came out June 2018, about 1 month before she overdosed at her home in Hollywood Hills. Now, Demi last hinted at new music in November when she shared photos and videos from inside the recording studio. In one image, she's standing in front of a microphone, captioned it in part, "Recording a song for my loyal #Lovotics." The singer also opened up in November about addiction and recovery at the Teen Vogue Summit in Los Angeles, revealing that she now feels stronger than ever. We'll have to wait until Demi drops another hint about new music, but we'll be waiting with anticipation. All right, from weddings, babies, and splits, there have been some high highs and some low lows in 2019. We're breaking them all down, starting with one of our favorite weddings of 2019, Chance the Rapper and Kirsten Corley. The duo have known each other for nearly 16 years, a story Chance happily recounted while on Ellen back in September. According to Chance, he first saw Kirsten when he was just 9 years old at his mom's office Christmas party. This story is so great. He told Ellen, quote, "My mom worked at a real estate agency with Kirsten's mom. I I saw her dancing and I was like, let's get married. This was at 9 years old. When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
The rest is history. Chance and Kirsten are now parents to daughters Kensley and Marley. They are such a cute couple. Well, one of the most talked about babies in 2019 is the royal baby. On May 6th, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor was born. Baby Archie is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's first child. Now, since his birth, baby Archie, who's 7th in line to the throne, has traveled to France and Africa, where Harry said he found his voice. And his nickname is Bubba, and he's the cutest baby I've ever seen. Look at those cheeks. His pictures make me really happy. All right, one of the most OMG breakups of 2019 was Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. In September, people confirmed that they were taking a break after 2 years of dating, with Kylie publicly confirming the news a few days later, saying that she and Travis are on great terms and their main focus right now is Stormy. A source confirmed to People that Kylie and Travis celebrated Thanksgiving together in Palm Springs, and that while the couple is still taking a break, they seem happy. Personally, I hope they get back together for little Stormy's case. I always love them together. So hopefully it's just a small break, getting back together.
It's one of those things where it's like whenever there's a kid involved, right?
Yeah.
You want it to be at least cordial.
Yeah, but hanging out for Thanksgiving,
Right.
I think, is a really great moment.
Yeah,
for sure.
so well, we will be
We'll
watching
keep you
closely for
posted.
sure.
All right, for more 2019 weddings, babies, and splits, pick up your copy of People magazine on newsstands Friday. When Hoda Kotb and her then boyfriend Joel Schiffman jetted off to Mexico for 2 days in November, getting engaged was the last thing on her mind. Hoda tells People in this week's issue, quote, "It's not like we had never talked about it because we have 2 children and we're grown-ups, but that was maybe a year ago and I forgot about it." Between Hoda's hectic schedule and Joel's new job, the pair had been running around a lot, so they decided to take a trip to Mexico, just the 2 of them. On November 23rd, after the couple finished a romantic dinner on the beach, Hoda says she was beyond surprised when Joel popped the question. She tells us, quote, "The next thing I know, he pulls the chair out, gets down on his knee. We were both crying. He had tears coming down his face. He could barely get it out, but he asked, 'Will you be my wife?' I said, 'Yes, yes, yes.'" Hoda and Joel have been together for 6 years, but even after adopting 2 daughters together, Haley Joy in 2017 and Hope Catherine in 2019, Hoda says she didn't picture herself getting married. She says, "If someone had said to me when I was a little girl, 'Hey Hoda, guess what your life is going to be like? When you're 49 or 50, you're going to meet the guy you're going to fall in love with, and you're going to have children at 55 and 56, I would have been like, what?" She added, "It just shows you everything may look out of order, and it kind of feels it a little bit, but it's all right on time." I really love that. And as far as wedding planning goes, Hoda says she will be the opposite of a bridezilla, and that the couple plans to tie the knot sooner rather than later. They may even go back to the place they got engaged in Mexico. Hoda joking, "Lots of margaritas and Mexican food. Keep the tequila on tap." It's my kind of wedding. Hoda continues, "All I want it to be is fun and happy, and everybody to feel easy breezy." Well, we love seeing Hoda this happy. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, stay with us, guys. Angela, Vanessa, and JoJo Simmons are opening up about love and the new season of Growing Up Hip Hop. Plus, Danica McKellar is here live. We're very excited. She is starring in the new holiday film Christmas at Dollywood. Yes, we're asking her all about Dolly Parton. Stick around.
All right, it may be cold out, but that doesn't mean you have to endure this winter weather with a lack of fashion. From coats to statement pants, there's a look to suit every style and every budget.
Yep, and it's all brought to you by Old Navy. One of the most fashionable and versatile pieces of clothing that we've seen so far this season. It's got to be the classic pleather pant or leggings. It's got such a rock star vibe.
Yeah, I love it. And Celine Dion channeled exactly that when she was seen strutting the streets of New York. These pants even have a pattern look that makes them stand out even more. And by pairing the edgy pants with a bold tweed blazer, Celine added even more texture to the ensemble.
And if you're not a tweed fan, you can add even more pleather like Kendall Jenner did in this look. Kendall wearing an olive green pleather jacket over her pleather pants that she paired with square-toed boots. Definitely love the pop of color, the simplicity of the look.
Yeah, and keeping with the earth tone add-ons is Kendall's sister, Kim Kardashian West, who looks so comfortable in this winter matchup. Kim loves a good leather pant. Here she's going more casual with a brown top and shoes covered up with a warm fleece bomber jacket.
And one of Hollywood's most stylish actors got a bit of inspiration from the pleather pant trend as well. Rami Malek channeling his inner rock star with this all-black ensemble. Even though he's decked out in the shade, the different textures of each item item really do pull the look together.
Yeah, pleather pants really are such a versatile statement piece, whether baggy or straight.
Yeah, and another versatile winter look that isn't only for men is a blazer and a pantsuit.
And J-Lo looks like she belongs in another era with this sparkling gray three-piece suit. Love how she teamed it with a white collared blouse. Her look is really layered perfection.
Adding a little bit more flair to her suit look is Gigi Hadid. She strutted in a double-breasted suit, dip-dyed in white and blue ombre. She paired the outfit with a light and dark blue matching handbag and white-heeled boots. Such a fun way to kind of put a spin on a blazer and a matching pant and jacket.
Yeah, and if you want to go beyond just adding color, look no further than Tracy Ellis Ross, who turned this gray pantsuit into a chic, embellished fashion statement. From the black tuxedo collar and hanging straps to those sequined hand pockets. Loving that wide leg, too. She's killing it. Adding accessories or fabric to a blazer is a great way to pep it up a notch.
Victoria Beckham added this flower accessory to her classic black pantsuit. It adds a bit of femininity to the blazer's hard lines and dark coloring. Blazers, a great look because you can always layer up underneath. You can actually make them your coat.
Yeah, but if you're looking for something a bit heavier, think of Meghan Markle's go-to wrap coat. The Duchess of Sussex is a huge fan of this, and so are we. She looks so great in this. The Duchess has been known to cover up with a classic belted coat for many of her public events. She always looks so fashionable doing so. Wrap coats are a great way of staying stylish while braving the cold weather.
Ashley Tisdale took advantage of this chic tan wrap coat while out and about in New York City's winter snow. She matched it with a long leopard skirt, tan high boots. Best of all, this chic coat, it really looks comfy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Also braving the cold weather is Reese Witherspoon, who turned to a simple black button coat over her all-black ensemble. She did make sure to sneak in a pop of white with those pumps. Nice bold choice, especially after Labor Day.
There you go. And if you're a fan of patterns, Billy Porter giving us major inspo with this gray plaid trench coat. Just strutting away. We couldn't love him more for it. He's staying warm, also staying stylish as always, especially in slow motion.
All right, we're checking in on our question of the day. We're asking you which winter accessory you can't live without. Let's see the results. Ooh.
Gloves, scarves, of
Yeah.
course. We knew. Okay, and then the socks coming in above the hats. I'm happy about that.
Okay, but
Scott's
there's still
socks-
time.
Still
weigh the
time for those
results.
hats to get in there. Keep voting. For now, we're going to move on to this. Watch.
Guess it's time to introduce myself. Long started. Just 3 ounces of pressure to the vagus nerve, and then look at your boy, sleepy night-night.
This one looks like a lot of fun. In Spies in Disguise, the world's best spy, played by Will Smith, is turned into a pigeon and must rely on his nerdy tech officer, played by Tom Holland, to save the world. It's an animated film, so co-stars, they rarely get to actually meet each other while they're recording.
Yeah, on Wednesday night, Spies in Disguise world premiere, Will reveals he just met his co-star Tom Holland that day, which is pretty crazy. They found the perfect bonding activity.
You know, we had some fun. We went and did a what do you call those? The escape room. We did an escape room together.
You were locked in a room together.
Yeah,
you
that was,
really
and
got
that's
to know
how
each
you.
other.
Yeah, you really got to know
I
each
know,
other.
yeah. But we were like, wanted to figure out if we really could do the stuff that we did
Did
in
you get
Spies.
out?
We got out. No, we got
Oh,
out. That's right. It was a
congratulations.
1-hour escape room, and we were out in 24 minutes.
That's so fun, right?
The escape room, I've done one escape room, and we made it out just in time.
Nice. Well, Tom Holland stopped by later on. We had to find out the secret to winning an escape room. Watch.
I think Will got the majority of the clues. I was more like the hype man in the situation. I was like
Just as
encouraging
important.
him. But I've never actually escaped an escape room. So the secret of escaping an escape room is do it with Will Smith because he's really good at it.
I think adding Will Smith into any situation probably
helps
makes it a little
in
better.
any way, Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does help the people you're with. We had a really good group when I did
Yeah.
it. Have you done one?
I have, but mine are always really frustrating because the escape rooms I've done, and I've probably done maybe 5 or 6.
Oh, really?
They're
Whoa.
always with my Survivor friends, and they're
Okay.
so competitive, and honestly, a lot of them are really good.
So, good. So is it fun, or is it like, I can't enjoy it because
Well,
people
it's
are
not fun
getting mad?
because people get really mad at you.
Yeah.
Or
If
if you're standing there for too long, they're like, what are you doing?
when
It's
I-
like too competitive.
I thought it was going to be more scary. Like, I thought it was going to be like haunted house-ish, or what's the thing in New York?
Sleep No More?
Sleep No More.
It's a completely different
I
thing.
know, but that's what I was anticipating. It was still really great, but I wanted to be a little more scared. I
Oh,
don't know.
not a fan of escape rooms.
No, not a
Got
fan.
it.
Just mixed expectations. All right.
They're fun.
Let's talk about this. Will Smith, who's had a lucrative and successful career, you may have heard. That was since his teens. He also shared some no-nonsense advice for his Aladdin co-star, Mina Masood, after the younger actor recently said that he's had no auditions since his part in the live-action Disney remake. Watch.
The thing about this business that is not unlike life, it's hard by design. It's like the universe, God, whatever you believe, designed it to be hard, right? So if you're having a hard time, it's because you're supposed to be. And that difficulty is overcome by patience and by commitment, by dedication, endurance, you know. So if you have a dream, you desperately have to be willing to work on it every single hour of the day with your deepest love and focus. You cannot get around having a hard time.
I'm so excited to see this. Spies in Disguise hits theaters Christmas Day.
Yo. Oh. Yo.
Oh, yeah. My favorite.
Who ready? Did I come in time?
Your favorite. My favorite people. My daughter-in-law is my favorite daughter-in-law.
Well, that's kind of easy to say when she's your only one. So, you know, I just proposed. Obviously, she said yes. And, you know, we're super excited, but I just feel like it puts more pressure on you when you get engaged and you're about to get married.
Growing Up Hip Hop is back for season number 5. And to give us an inside scoop on the upcoming season, we are joined now by Vanessa JoJo and Angela Simmons. Welcome.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
You're proud of the beard as you were watching back there.
I had a nice, healthy beard. I didn't know it was that healthy.
Yeah,
I
man.
wanted to get it more healthy because my problem with my beard was it wasn't coming up here.
Yeah,
I wanted the Rick Ross, and I was getting the thin Ross. You know what I'm saying?
You're getting a little strap.
So I'm regrowing it out so I can get the thick.
I didn't know it was so hard to grow a beard.
Yeah,
well,
you have to go through the scruffy stages.
That's right.
And obviously I'm filming, so I'm not trying to be scruffy all the time.
Yeah, but it's looking good. Also, I noticed your ring. Congratulations.
Thank
Look
you.
at this wedding ring. Like mine is like so shameful compared to what you have on that finger.
I told her, I said, if I ice you out, you gotta ice me out. You know what I'm saying? So I would have iced too.
Well, let's talk about that though. We're going to see the wedding play out through the course of the season.
Definitely.
What do we need to know? Something great that happened? Maybe you could tease about what we're going to see.
The biggest thing is my father marries us. That's the only thing I can tell you. But other than that, like it's a great. I had a great time.
Was that emotional for you?
I didn't think it was going to be,
Yeah.
but it was emotional. More so that like just all the trials and tribulations in the years with my wife, and then we finally get to this point, and then I have my family there, and my dad's at the altar with us, and there's a lot of emotions running through.
Yeah.
me.
Did you two get emotional?
Oh, my
Yeah, they were
God.
crying like
A little
babies.
some, just a little some.
I mean, I promised myself I would not cry, and then as soon as the door opened, and it wasn't even like, it just opened and I saw JoJo standing there in his suit, I started crying.
I was looking
Yeah.
good.
Before it even started, I was like,
looking
oh
good.
my God.
Can we talk about Romeo for a second? Just a little bit.
I'm almost tired talking
Are you
about
well, okay,
No,
just
I'm
one more
just
time.
joking.
In the first episode, it seems like things are a little bit rocky with him. What can you tell us about how things play out over the season when it comes to Romeo and you?
A, you guys will have to watch.
Okay.
B, I don't know what I should share other than he really isn't talking to me much right now. So I don't know why.
It was hard to watch, especially when he said he doesn't even know if he sees a friendship with you.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah, I mean, how did you feel hearing that?
I thought it was pretty messed up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely hurt by it. I mean, at this point, I'm fine, I'm gonna heal, I'll be fine, but I just don't think it was cool, like how he approached the situation, or has been approaching it, because it's ongoing. It's not like it's over.
He was pretty hypocritical about the thirst trapping on Instagram.
But he does the same thing.
Yeah, we were just on his Instagram, he does the same thing. So
Meanwhile, I just post what I want to post. I'm not about thirst trap. If I feel like I like a photo, it's going up. Period.
yeah.
And so like, but he could turn around and have his shirt off. But if I am in a bikini or something, he has an issue. And it's not like he's my man. So it's like, where does your say-so come in at?
Last thing about him, in your ideal situation, where would you want to see your relationship with him go in the future? Do you want to be friends at this point? Are you kind of just...
I mean, I don't think he's handled me like a friend at this point. So to have a conversation at least, but I personally, publicly speaking, I don't have any hate in my heart. I honestly wish him the best, but the way he's handled me shows that he's not really here for me and my friend. I have, as a friend.
Reliving stuff has got to be interesting on the show. What are you looking forward to reliving other than those things that are coming up this season?
Definitely the wedding. Like you said, it was
the
just
fun
such
one.
a magical, special family time. And I think that it's cool that everyone will get to see JoJo get married since they've seen us grow up, basically, on reality
One
TV.
thing I am excited to see is her speed dating thing. Like,
Oh, yeah? A little speed dating
very
going on?
excited, because I was there. So.
It was
Very
interesting. That's
excited
what we're
to
gonna
see
say.
it.
Rev Run as your dad, obviously super famous. His contribution to the music world. He's a minister. He's got all this stuff going on. What's the best thing, worst thing about having Rev Run as a father?
I'm gonna go with it's all the best. Like, I don't really have the worst. I mean, I think publicly the worst part would be people's opinions and what they think, how they think we should be.
A preacher's kid should be.
Yeah, you're a preacher's kid, or the preacher's kid's wild, so we know y'all wild.
But don't forget that he was a rapper first, so I'm a rapper's kid.
Yeah. It's just
Expectations change.
I would say, more than anything is the worst. But as far as the best, I mean, it's all the best. Like, it's dope. Like, we were at his concert the other day. Like,
Took our kids.
yeah, it's like, it's cool.
We can definitely go to him for any advice, and he holds no judgment. Like, people would probably think because he's a reverend, he might be harder on us, but he gives us advice, like, from a real place. So that's awesome.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, everyone watch season 5 of Growing Up Hip Hop when it premieres December 5th, 9 p.m. Eastern on WeTV.
You put 5 fingers up, all right? Season 5. I know you're trying to do the piece, but 5
I
fingers.
was doing, all right, season 5.
Season 5, you heard?
Look, Rachel,
Hey, evening, Luke.
Hi, Dolly.
Now, is this?
It's Rachel.
I have heard so much about you.
Well, I've heard quite a bit about you too. Obviously, I mean, you're Dolly Parton. I mean, everybody knows who you are.
Well, they better, or we'll have to close this place down.
I love it. One of Hallmark's holiday leading ladies is back. This time, Danica McKellar plays a New York City event planner who returns to her hometown in Tennessee to plan, as the title tells you, Christmas at Dollywood. Danica, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I loved you watching that clip saying that you made an even bigger fool of yourself with Dolly in person than you did in the clip.
Absolutely. No, that clip of me meeting her and making fool of myself, no acting required. Because I'd already been there, already done in real life. Yeah.
You know this, I say this all the time whenever Dolly comes up. I grew up, my grandparents took us to Dollywood every single summer.
What?
This is truly like, and we actually tried to go for Christmas one year, but it was sold out and we didn't go. We ended up, and that's one of my big lasting disappointments.
I've never been.
Well, you can remedy that.
I know, we gotta do it. We gotta get it back going.
He does talk about it all the time, so he's thrilled to talk about it more.
I'm just waiting on someone to offer me the opportunity. You are next on the list. All right, here we go. Story of this is really great, how it all came together. And you've spoken about Dolly Parton chose one of your children's books.
Yes.
As part of her Imagination Station, right?
Imagination Library.
Imagination Library.
Yeah.
It's by the way, it's called the Imagination Station at Dollywood. That's where it's the setup. Anyway.
See, okay.
And that inspired.
You're a Dollywood expert.
Yes, and then that inspired you to want to make a Hallmark Christmas movie set at Dollywood. How special for this whole full circle moment to actually be a reality now?
I know. Well, 2 years ago, my book Goodnight Numbers, which I think you have.
I do have it. Here we go.
Yeah, that was it's a little kid book, and that one was selected by Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which means they make low-cost versions of popular children's novels and put them out to the world. 125 million of copies of books have been given to kids who might not normally be able to afford them.
It's incredible. It's such a great program.
And when this book was admitted into the program, I got a letter signed by Dolly. And it's still framed in my office. That's how special it was to me. I thought, oh, my grandmother would look down on this and love it. And then I got to be a part of one of the events celebrating the 100 millionth book that was donated. And I thought I was going to meet Dolly there, but she wasn't there. It was a cardboard cutout. And I was like, oh, no, it was so close.
It was a cardboard cutout.
I know.
That is a big letdown.
It was.
Right.
But then right after that, I was having lunch with the head of programming at Hallmark Channel. This was a year ago or so. And she said, hey, we're looking for interesting locations for Christmas movies next year. Any ideas for yours? And I'd literally just come back from this event.
Goodness.
And I was like, how about Christmas at Dollywood? She's like, we love it. I said, should I go get a writer and another producer and come back and pitch it?
The timing's perfect too. Dolly's been doing so much there.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, right.
She's everywhere right now. And so then here we are, and it's unbelievable to me. And Goodnight Numbers makes a cameo.
Right.
Yeah.
The movie as
and
well.
it's so cool because Dolly appears in this film, as we saw in that clip. You get to act with her, which is great. What was the most surprising thing about that experience?
I think I was the most surprised, and I shouldn't have been, but at how much she wanted to rehearse. She got on set, and she could have just walked on set and everybody would have fallen all over themselves just for her. But she wanted to rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and really get it right. And she came up with a couple of ad-libs in a few of the scenes, and she was like, that works, right? I'm like, yes. Everything that comes out of your mouth is brilliant.
Yeah.
And yes, that works. That's wonderful. Of course, she's a brilliant lyricist, and she's just so good at, she has the right thing to say, whether it's coming up with a cool ad-lib for a scene or in person. She makes everybody feel so good about themselves.
It seems so genuine. You've also said that she makes you feel like a rock star when you talk to her. Like, how did she do that for you? What did she do to make you feel so good?
I was blushing the whole time. She's like, honey, you're so talented. She's like, you are so beautiful. You're like what they have in magazines. I'm like, what? I was already blushing just sitting next to her, and then she was saying such sweet things. She's like, "You're such a smart girl with your books, and we're so happy to have one of your books in our library." And
I love it. It's exactly what you want Dolly Parton to be, right?
She's everything you want her to be and more. And I just can't say enough good things about her. Whoever said never meet your idols, never met Dolly Parton.
Okay, that's great.
Wow. And also your grandma had a special connection to Dolly Parton as well. So this must have been really surreal for you.
The whole thing is so surreal. And you know what else is surreal is really like how the Hallmark Christmas movies have taken off and become this institution. I used to be every day of my life, somebody would recognize me for the Wonder Years on the street. And now they're talking about Hallmark movies.
Is that so refreshing?
It's so wonderful, and it's the same energy. Because after the Wonder Years, it was all about families sitting together and watching the shows together and connectedness.
Right.
And it's the same thing now, but it's my grown-up version of it. I'm doing these Hallmark movies, and they say, "We love your Hallmark movies, especially your Christmas ones," and we all sit together as a family. We watch it together. It's the same stories that I've been hearing for 30 years.
You're a Hallmark movie staple, a Hallmark Christmas movie staple. Every one of these things, most of them, you gotta have a good love interest. Turns out Niall Mater is the guy here. As the expert in this Hallmark genre, what makes him the perfect Hallmark man to be the love interest?
Well, he has that sort of sparkle in his eye, you know, and the characters don't get along at first. Of course, he's all business and I'm, all passion. And we have two different ways that we want to put on this big event at Dollywood, and they don't agree with each other. But slowly but surely, that twinkle in the eye comes out from him and me, and we start to get along. But then, spoiler alert, I know it's a Hallmark Christmas movie, a romantic comedy.
Will they get together?
Will they get together? But in all these movies, things fall apart near the end, right? It looks like there's all hope is lost.
Yeah.
And then can you guess who comes in to help save the day?
I'll bet it might be Dolly Parton.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
So what was his experience with Dolly like? Was he fanning out like you were?
He has a much more subtle way of doing it. And I was like, "Hey, Niall, let me get a picture of you guys." He's like, No, I don't want to do that and be that person. Of course, I'd been fangirling all day. He's like, no, I don't need a picture of her. And so I arranged for a picture of the three of us. And then afterwards, I sent him a picture, a copy of it on text. And he was like, "Thank you so much."
Oh, I love it.
So he goes from being all macho, "No, I don't need it." It's like, "Oh my gosh, I love this picture. Thank you for sending it to me." Because you know what? You might say that you don't want a picture with Dolly, but you want it.
But you do. And that's true for everyone,
That's
whether
right.
they admit it or know it or not.
Right. That's
All right, so speaking of love interest, and speaking of the Wonder Years, Winnie and your iconic character, I just have, now that you're kind of running things at Hallmark, I have dreams of you pulling Fred Savage in to be your love interest in one of these Hallmark Christmas movies. Is there a chance it could happen?
You know what? That is so refreshing to hear that question, because I thought you were going to ask what everybody asks, which is, will there be a reboot?
Well, we already know you said no.
No to that,
right.
But you know what? There's some hope here, actually. I might have to convince Fred, but
he
there's
seems like
hope.
a fun guy that would
He's
be
a very
game,
fun
and
guy.
everyone. It would kind of hit that note for the whole Wonder Years thing without doing the reboot. It would be there for all of us.
You're so right.
All right.
We could even have names that are similar.
Yeah,
Kevin and Winnie,
that's
but not
right.
Really?
Benny
and
I don't know.
Benny and
Devin.
Are there names? There you go.
Something like that.
Devin,
all right.
Devin and
Devin
Minnie.
and Benny. Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll work on it. We'll workshop some of the detail.
Okay, Devin and Minnie.
Minnie, okay.
You guys
Devin
are
and
onto
Minnie,
something here.
and yeah, it'll be a period piece set in the 60s. No big deal.
Writes itself.
When you think back on that time of your life, what's the best behind-the-scenes moment or memory that you have from the Wonder Years?
That you've never told before to anyone.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. I mean, look, my first kiss happened on screen, and that's a huge memory for me. Okay, I know a memory. I'm not sure if I've told this one, maybe like 15 years ago once, but I was, a child, right? And I'm always hungry. So I'm eating a carrot, and we're about to start shooting, and I was embarrassed, so I didn't tell anybody that I was still eating. And so it's on my close-up, and I'm sitting there trying to chew without being noticed. We're like, action, I'm like, oh. And I didn't know what to, you're like 12, it's so awkward, you don't know what to do or how to handle situations. And that was one of the most embarrassing
Did you see
moments.
it? Can you tell?
They're like, what's going on?
Did it make the final?
Yeah, no, they cut it out, of course.
Okay, well.
But I was humiliated. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm eating. They're like, cut.
Yeah. Because you were really young when you first started. You just said
yes,
you were 12.
I was a kid, and I was not one of those polished professional actors. I had only started acting like an acting class 2 years before that, and didn't have much experience, and I was a newbie. And I mean, I only got cast at the very end of their whole casting process. They'd been like through all the kids in Hollywood, and they hadn't found whatever it was they were looking for.
And there it was.
If you could go back and tell that person, 12 or 13-year-old you, give them a piece of advice, what would it be?
And this is probably the same advice that everyone gives themselves as kids if they could, and that's, it's all gonna work out. Don't worry so much. It's all gonna be fine. I worried about everything when I was a kid, and I feel like, although I'm a Capricorn, I've heard that Capricorns age in reverse. So I become like, I have more fun now in my life than I used to. Yeah, still a workaholic for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I enjoy life more. When I was little, I think I really stressed out and like everything had to be perfect. And now I understand it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Capricorns age in reverse. What do Tauruses do? Age the regular amount?
They don't age at all.
Bull rage. Worse as they go. Downhill. So look, you think about the Hallmark movie thing, and there's always this magical sense that they bring, and we see it on screen, this magic happening during the holidays. If you think back, and I know it's a little cheesy, but is there a real magical moment that you always think back on about your personal holiday experiences? Something that you love and
Yes,
cherish?
no, absolutely, actually, and it's not cheesy at all. When my son was 3 months old, I remember holding him in my arms, sitting on the couch. The Christmas tree was done, the fire was going, we had Christmas music playing. And I just remember thinking, this is the most complete I've ever felt. And this is what Christmas is, this moment. And I'll never forget it. And at the time I thought, I'll never forget this moment, and I never will.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's great.
You mentioned before, but I think it's so cool that you write children's math books.
Yes, I do.
So you have this one, Bath Time Shapes.
Yeah, that's my 9th math book.
Wow.
Yeah, McKellar. So if you go to McKellarmath.com, you'll see all my books, ages 0 to 16. And actually, in December, if you order a couple copies of that, you'll get an autograph, and you can get a signed picture. And
I love the tabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool because you're this established actress. You've been in the public eye for a lot. What's the normal reaction when someone finds out you're a mathematician on top of an actress?
Well, these days everyone seems to know. You know, I've been doing math books. It's for 12 years now. Ages 0 to 16, and I love being in a position, being on television, where the parents who have kids who are struggling in math, they know where to turn. They're like, oh, well, you know what, Winnie Cooper. You know that girl you see in Hallmark Channel movies now? She writes math books now too, and I can help them. It's all about, for me, it's all about making math entertaining. I am an entertainer at heart, and I took a break from acting to get a degree in mathematics, so now, how do you combine those two things, right? Peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
Let's make entertaining math books.
I think it's great you're using your platform for that. It's so good. We do have some time here to play a round of a People Now Confess Sesh. You ready for this?
Yes, I think.
All right, here we go. It's easy. You reach into this bowl, you pull out a slip of paper, you read the question, and you answer it. That's it.
And if I don't like it, I can pick another one, right?
Nope, can't skip.
Something most fans don't know about me is I have the messiest desk you've ever seen at my house. I mean, there are piles of things, because I'm writing math books at one point, and I've got other things going on. I've got a nail file. I mean, you can't see my desk, the main part of the desk. I have to scoot things away to put my laptop.
Is it confined to the desk? Is that here's my messy area, or is this you in general?
Well,
because for me, it's everywhere.
It's pretty much everywhere, but that's the worst.
Okay.
That's the worst.
Okay, all right.
Our desks are pretty
I thought, I was like, oh, I got off.
No. You thought you got off easy.
Do I answer all of these?
There's a
Just
lot
a couple. Yeah.
A couple to 5.
If I could have been on any other TV show in the 80s or 90s, I would want it to be, oh gosh.
You can't say I would never want it any other way. We know it was great the way it was, but if there was another show that you loved.
Instead of?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. You know what? I always liked Who's the Boss.
Yeah.
I just felt like, I always loved Tony Danza, and I just thought it was a fun show. You know what else? So at the time, I was having to wear all these 60s styles, hairdos and clothing, and I just wanted to look hip like Alyssa Milano. Why can't I have a banana clip in my hair? Why can't I have feathered bangs?
Like Alyssa Milano, the style inspiration in the day. She was.
Well, because, and Candace Cameron, all these kids that were on shows that were set in that present day were wearing all the fun styles and trendy things.
Yeah.
I'm wearing these bell-bottom flutter pants.
Didn't get to be in the era, yeah.
All right, we have time for one more.
Okay. One thing on my bucket list is, I'm going to say this. One thing on my bucket list was meeting Dolly Parton, which I just got to do, and I got to do a movie with Dolly Parton, so how about that?
That's a big one.
Yeah.
When I think bucket list, that's all I think about right now.
Well, we're so happy for you that it worked out and that we get to now
Congrats.
watch all of
Christmas at Dollywood, Sunday night. I'll be live tweeting, by the way.
Okay.
We'll be watching.
Yes, thank you for stopping by, and everyone make sure to watch during Christmas at Dollywood, premiering on the Hallmark Channel this Sunday, December 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we're joined live by actress Jennifer Biel, who stars in the reboot The L Word Generation Q. We're asking her all about it.
Plus, Pink shares how she went from making music to making wine, and what inspired her son's name, Jameson. And no, it's actually not the whiskey.
Surprise to me.
Yeah, I know. All right, thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from this clueless heartthrob. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Sisto, and this is one last thing. My last date night was surprising. We don't usually do this, but we went to like some Emmy parties, and so we were very Hollywood. My last song stuck in my head. I've been just listening to, you remember that Beth Orton? She's amazing. I was really into her when I was young, and her album Central Reservation. My last family vacation was, I suppose that my family comes out to New York because I work here. So all summer we spend out in New York, so that was my last, I guess that's a family vacation.